Rio. Rio.
Wagwan people, like and subscribe to Anfield Uncle Rod's channel. Show some love, you never walk alone.
Yes, people, what's going on? Thank you for joining me this evening. Yeah, man, thank you for joining this evening. It's going to be a little short show to literally talk about the game yesterday with Arsenal. As we know, Liverpool. Actually, before I start that, please like and subscribe to the channel. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you want to subscribe, and also hit the notification button on all them good things. You know what I mean? Yeah. So listen, the game yesterday was a shit show. Yeah, and I've been telling you mans about this situation. Yeah, with with the team. Do you know what I mean? Because like what's that seems to have happened is that we've won the title and we took the foot off the pedal. You know what I mean? It's like certain results now don't even count. You understand what I'm talking about? And I'm thinking to myself, well, nah, man, it cannot be the case. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, listen, we were playing some fantastic football in the first half. Do you know what I mean? We was tuning up goals by Gakpo and Luis Diaz. You know what I mean? We was just literally cruising. I was saying to my brother, I want 4, I want 5. Then second half come, and it was just like, we was just non-existent. It was just non-existent. Do you know what I mean? It looked like, also looked like Liverpool in the first half. Do you know what I mean? And then they got the 2 goals from Martinelli and Moreno, and just like, and it finished 2-2. Mind you, the day, Robertson scored a goal in that, right? And I think that should have stood. Do you know what I mean? But you don't get nothing from these referees. You know what I mean? You don't get nothing. But it was poor. It was poor, and like I put that down to Arnie Slot, because Arnie Slot, right? Basically, 1 second, I'm just trying to get some light on this joint. Right, like that, innit? Come. All right. Oh, I'm pissed about with this thing. Yeah, so like, what I didn't understand yesterday, what you done yesterday, which I didn't understand, was you had a guy on the bench that doesn't want to play for the club, right? And then you had a guy, and then you got a guy that wasn't even on the bench, right? Wasn't on the team sheet, that wants to play for the club, and he's just been messed about. He's just been messed about left, right, and centre by Arne Slot. If I was Cheisa, I'll be like Kikatsu. Do you know what I mean? I'll kick him down his door and say, "Yeah, brother, put me on the transfer list, man. You're taking the fucking piss out of me. Put me on the transfer list. You're taking the piss out of me. About end of the day, you're not even put me on the team sheet. I hardly plays it is, and you're not putting me on the team sheet. You're taking the piss, mate. Go fuck yourself. I just say straight. Go fuck yourself. I don't care. I don't care which manager it is. If Klopp was doing that, I would do the same thing. Do you know what I mean? But it just did not make any sense. Hold on, let's see. Supposed to have a guess. Sorry about that. Yeah, so it just did not make any sense. Do you know what I mean? The whole thing was just abysmal. The whole thing was abysmal, and I'm just saying it. They sort of like, to me, that looks like. Big up Ravi in the building, man. Big up Ravs. Big up Ravs, man. He goes, wild guy, everything. Yeah, man, it's all good. It's all good, bro. It's all good. You know what I mean? How about you? Hope you're good. Yeah, I would have just done the same thing. I would have said, look, yo, you're taking a piss out of me. You're literally taking a piss out of me. Well, you're not playing me. You don't got me on the bench because fuck you. I mean, I'll be like that. Fuck you. Excuse me. You know what I mean? I just can't understand how the first half looked so promising, and the second half you fell to pieces. And many people are worried about that because they're thinking that they will look. Is it the situation that they look? When Arne Slot came in the summer, there was no expectations of Arne Slot. Certainly did not think he was going to win the league. Do you understand what I'm saying? We certainly didn't think we were going to do that. But like, you know, enough we did. We won the league, yeah, right. Obviously, Man City wasn't the normal self, and Man City wasn't the normal self, and Arsenal, you couldn't expect them to give a good title challenge, and the rest of the clubs, well, they They weren't saying shit. So, you know what I mean? Fair play to Arnie Slot. He took advantage of that. Because there's one thing at the end of the day for these teams to drop off. Yeah. But the other thing is that you have got to literally at the end of the day take advantage of it. You understand what I'm saying? And he's done that. Some of the people at the end of the day were worried because they're probably thinking at the end of the day, well, look, has Arnie Slot got found out now? Is he got found out? Is this, do you know what I mean? That's why he's not. That's why, like in the last 2 games, he's lost and drew. And I do count yesterday. I count yesterday as a loss, really. To be honest, to be fair with you, I count as a loss. But you know, for the record, it was a draw. Do you understand what I'm saying? He had a chance at the day of going up to 91 points. You can't even do that now, bro. You'd be lucky at the day if you get out, you get 90. What are now? 85, 85. Yeah, he can still. The last 2 games, he can still get 91 because no, he can't. He can't. He'll get 89. He'll get 89 points. It'll just be 89 points. You know what I mean? Because they're 83 points now. If they beat Crystal Palace, if they beat Brighton next week, well, this Sunday coming up, if they beat Brighton and they beat sort of like Crystal Palace the week after, well, then, you know what I mean? Then it's done. It's done. You know what I mean? That's the last game of the season. So you finish at 91 points. You understand what I'm talking about? But you had a chance to go further. Man City, when they won the league, right? Yeah, they didn't stop at that. They literally, and they sort of kept it pushing. Let's go, champ. Big up, Steve, man. I ain't seen him for a minute, man. Steve, you never walk alone. Big up to you, man. Game of 2 halves, Rods. Yeah, it was game of 2 halves, but it didn't have to be a game of 2 halves. You should have carried on the standard of playing football. What you did in the first time. You should have carried that on. You could have won that about 4-0, but you just rolled over. Liverpool just rolled over. They just look crap. That's the only way to put it. They look crap. They literally allowed Arsenal to get back in the game. We chilling now. We won the league. Yeah, I know we won the league, but you got to keep the same standards. You've got to keep the same standards. You can't drop your standards. It's like, all right. It's like you all right. For instance, today, right? You got a girlfriend. You've been courting her for 5 years, right? You decide to sort of like pop the question, yeah. So you get, you propose to her and you get married, yeah. The standards of that relationship does not drop because I'm married now, so I've got the woman of my dreams now. So I don't have to try hard now. I don't have to try hard now. I just, just carry on, innit? Do you know what I mean? Yeah. No. So that's one way of getting a divorce. They're gonna do that woman will divorce you because think yourself, oh boy, what's this guy doing? Do you understand what I'm saying? So your standards never drop, and that's what should happen with Liverpool. Your standards should not drop just because you have won the league. Yeah, you accomplished what you set out to do. Yeah, right. It should not drop. It should not drop. Really should not drop. Stevie Walker, Arnie's winning the league in April with 4 games to go and using 15 or 16 players is just amazing achievement to win the title. I get that. Don't get me wrong. I get that, and I'm literally grateful for that. But what I'm saying, I'll say it again: your standards does not drop. Your standards remains the same. Do you know what I mean? It remains the same. Last 4 games, our players on holiday. Shouldn't be like that. I'm sorry, it should not be like that. It should not be like that. You keep the same standards, because the thing is about it, yeah. The actual the actual league ain't finished yet. It's not finished. Do you know what I mean? So you just keep the same standards up until, do you know what I mean? The league is finished. When your league is finished, that's when you go on holiday mode. You know what I mean? Not now, when there's got games to play. Your channel ain't been alerting me, Uncle Rod. Yeah, no, you see, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, was it cheap broke FSG? I've had my YouTube account. You know what it is? Yeah, I'm gonna make a complaint. I'm gonna make a complaint to YouTube. I'm saying today, right, that you haven't been alerting people that I'm on. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, man, it's a joke. You going to the parade? Yeah, I am going to parade. Me, my little brother, and another pal of mine. We're gonna go up there. Hope to see you up there as well. Is Federico ever going to play? No, he's not. They'll probably get rid of him summer. They've mugged him right off. Like, seriously, they've mugged him right off. Do you know what I mean? You got a player at the end of the day that doesn't want to play for your club. He's come out and said, I don't want to play for the club. I'm going to Real Madrid. Yeah. Versus a player that wants to play for your club. Guess who wins? The player that don't want to play for your club. And so, speaking about that, I don't really give a shit. I don't really give a shit about them booing Trent. It's irrelevant to me because the fact of the day, right? Trent must have known that was going to happen. I'm not condoning it. I'm just saying that Trent must have known that was going to happen. And if do I think he's right? No, I don't think he's right. But you know what was going to happen. What you should have done, is that at the end, if you didn't say anything before, what you do at the end of the season, yeah, right? When end of the season, after the parade, you know what I mean? After the parade, after the parade, yeah, it's done. Then you say it and then, I'm going to Real Madrid. That's when you do it. You don't do it with 4 games to go, 3 games to go. It was 3 games to go because he said it after the Chelsea thing, especially after the Chelsea game when we lost and you look poor. Do you know what I mean? You don't say it after that, man. And don't expect a reaction from people. Do I agree with what people are saying? No, I don't agree with what people are saying. Because they put it this way, there's been bigger snakes at Liverpool, right, that done snaky things, yeah, right? But yet in the day, right, nobody wants to speak about them. Nobody wants to speak about Steven Gerrard that sort of like handed in a transfer request in order to go to Chelsea. And the only reason that he never went to Chelsea is because at the day, right, he got warned off by the mafiosi, the mafia people in Liverpool. Yeah, that's the only reason they went. You had Michael Owen and that went to Real Madrid, yeah, and when he came back, right, he was so quick to jump in the red of Man United. I mean, he wore the red of Man United. He played against Liverpool, obviously in the day with Man United, playing for Man United. You know what I mean? That's unforgivable. I can't forgive anybody in the day for putting on a red jersey of Man United. Get the fuck out of here, man. What's wrong with him? That's what I say. So there's him. There's Fernando Torres at the day, right? That pushed a move to go to Chelsea. He was supposed to play alongside Luis Suarez. If he played along Luis Suarez, oh my God. That would have been wicked and wild, bro. Yeah? But no, he wanted to push for a move to go to Chelsea. So we had him. Now these like Chelsea was and probably still is our enemy. You understand that? Still our enemy, you know. All right, yeah. So he had those 3 guys, yeah. Then he had Felipe Coutinho that faked the injury twice, yeah, and got his pals in the act as well. His Brazilian pals in the act as well, so he can force a move out of Liverpool. Do you know what I mean? But still at the end of the day, right? Still, yeah. Trent's the biggest snake out of the whole lot. Trent's supposed to be the biggest snake out of the whole lot. Do you understand what I'm getting at? Yeah. There's something wrong with this picture. There's something wrong with that picture. I'm telling you, there's something wrong with that picture. No way can that be right. I mean, what is it? So I was going to check these. Right, so we get some of these. Some of these chats. Yeah, Arnie don't rate these players and Arnie selling them, i.e., Gomez, Tsimikas, Robbo, Endo, Elliott, Cheisa, Nunes, and Jota. Well, I hope you bringing it. I hope you got some reinforcements to bring in. Do you know what I mean? Because too many players. Look at the day, right? If he's gonna sell, Gomez is one, Tsimikas is two, Robbo. I don't think you sell Robbo, but anyway, Robbo is three, Endo is four, Elliott is five, Cheisa is six, Nunes is seven, Jota is eight. 8 players. You're gonna get rid of 8 players. But I just hope we got some good reinforcements coming in. Seriously. Stephen Walkerland says Trent Lansdowne deserves all the shite he's getting. Yeah, I'm not saying that. Well, I don't think he deserves it because, as I said, there's many other players that's done shitty things at the day, right? Yeah, but just didn't really get the blame. They didn't go after them like they're going after Trent. Do you know what I mean? So I don't agree with it on that basis. Do you know what I mean? But I know why they're saying it. Slot, this is what's annoying. He doesn't give players a rest, rotate. No, he doesn't, Raf. He doesn't. Plays the same players all the time. Arnie should not have played TTA yesterday. No, he shouldn't have. That's what I'm trying to say. You had a player at the day on the bench, right? That's literally in the day doesn't want to play for the club, versus a player that wants to play for the club. The person who doesn't want to play for the club was on the bench and got played. The person that does want to play for the club wasn't even on the team sheet, bro. Figure that one out. There is a right and wrong way to leave LFC. TTA chose the wrong way. Yeah, I agree with that. But then so did Fernando Torres. So did Fernando Torres. So did well, arguably, you know what I mean. You might say Steven Gerrard because at the end of the day, right? If these people, bad people in Liverpool did not warn him in the day, you could be talking about him as a Liverpool player. You know what I mean? You understand what I'm saying? So did Felipe Coutinho at the day. Felipe Coutinho at the day, right, chose the wrong way. But he didn't get as much shit as Trent Alexander. He didn't get that shit. I'm telling you. That's my thing. Things at the day, right? I'm saying that if you're gonna have the energy towards a player, keep the same energy for all the players that do Liverpool wrong. It can't be an unbalanced energy. I'm sorry. Federico is like Jota with his fitness, but will still play Jota. It doesn't add up. It doesn't add up. So I think his fitness is more better than Jota's actually. To be fair, Arnie rates Jota more than Cheisa. I don't know why, because he's been shit this season. He's been shit. There's no loyalty in football between club owner, investors, and players. Investors and players get as much money as you can. Yeah. I agree with that. Is that something? MCQ? Who's that? What that dog? Trudon, what are you saying, Trudon? Big up Trudon. 37 goals conceded. This defense isn't great. No, it's not, Trudon. No, you're right, it's not. We need to sort that shit out as well. 37 goals conceded now. It's a joke. TTA leaving on a free is all on cheap, broke FSG doorstep. It is. Because I still think it, and as I said, I said on like Coppage when I spoke to them guys on Coppage, I said, like, I still think it's something to do with the club why he's leaving. There's something going on with the club and something's happening with the club, that's why he's leaving. I still said the same thing. You know what I mean? And until I'm proved wrong, I'll keep on saying it. I'll literally keep on saying it. Do you know what I mean? There's something going on, mate. Surely. Telling you. Is it Mac 10 Gravenberch look cream crackers in there? Cream crackers, it's not that. Yeah, they did because it pays them too much, man. Cheisa must have shagged his wife. That's why. He must have done something to him, Trudon. He must have done something because he don't like the guy. He don't like the guy because he just doesn't. He's over on the bench and doesn't play. But if he does play, then he's playing him as left back. Do you know what I mean? He's playing him as left back when they're losing. Further dents his confidence. You understand what I'm talking about? It's not good. It's not good at all. It's not good. I can't see him there next season. You're gonna say that, you know. I'm going back to Italy. We still need a proper DM. Yep. And somehow I don't think we'll get one. I don't think we'll get one. We need a quality DM this summer. This comes from Stephen and Walk Alone to play alongside Gravenberch in a double pivot. Get me Edison. Yeah, I would rather have Edison or Varela. Edison or Varela, man. Can't go wrong with them two. Can't go with Edison or Varela. Fucking or Varela. Nunes was terrible when he came on. He was. And he's even laughing that he was offside, bro. He was in laughing at the day. You know what I mean? I don't really rate that. You know what I mean? And again, at the day, right, I watched another channel yesterday, yeah, right? And he said this guy, yeah, I'm going to call the motherfucker out because pussy old can't do that. Yeah? That guy for the Anfield Agenda, and he had some disrespectful comments at the day to say about Darwin Nunes. It was a bit disrespectful, you know what I mean? But bordering on being a bigot. Bordering on being a bigot. I don't business, brother. Come for me if you want to come for me, brother. You know what I mean? But I think you're a bigot. We need quality for the first team players to be signed this summer if we want to retain the title, i.e. left back, right back, DM and striker. I agree. Totally agree, Steve. Totally agree, Steve. Some people reckon Steve Stephen base what that dog is going to come back and rotate with Gravenberch. I can't see that being Stephanie Bisetic. You mean Stefan Bisetic. You mean Stefan Bisetic. Stefan Bisetic, that's what you mean. Oh, I got something notifications on my blood card phone. That's what you mean, isn't it, Ravi? Stefan Bisetic. One second. Sorry, I just sent a message. Sorry, I won't be long. Right. Okay. All right. So, some people reckon Stefan Bisetic going to come back. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's going to happen. I don't know if he's good enough for it to happen. I really don't even know if he's good enough for that to happen, really. Do you guys rate Bisetics? Let me know. Steve says Varela, a quality DM also was gonna good shout. Yeah, I really like that player. I've got a lot of time for that player. I think he can come in and do a good job at Liverpool. I'm telling you. I think he can come in and do a really good job. Ravi, we need Stefan Bajcetic to be back up to Gravenberch, Mac and Edison. Yeah, if you do get Edison, yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. Squad player. How can we keep rinsing? And this is Ravi. How can we start rinsing the last of Klopp's last season team for a third season and expect us to be fresh like cool in the gang and challenge in all competitions? I say cool in the gang, you know. Igal is a clown for bringing up the Hillsborough Memorial and saying Arsenal respected it with bringing flowers, but the Arteta banner was disrespectful from our fans. One has nothing to do with the other. Facts. Because when they're ready to clown us, they clown us. Very simple. When they're ready to clown us, they clown us. Big up Anfield Irishman. Big up to you. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to his channel. Make sure you show him the support. Big up to you. Bare minimum. This is Steve. Bare minimum signs. I wish from cheap broke FSG, i.e. Was it Venderson? Yeah, this name's come up. Venderson. I think he played. What the fuck's wrong with the thing, man? What is wrong with this thing? It keeps on. Well, let's see something. It's dark now. Oh, it's charging. Right. So yeah, Venderson plays for Monaco. I saw a bit of him still, but like I really finally got sort of like a proper answer on him. Really, I don't really know what he's like. I don't see a little bit. So. Venderson, Nkapie, Edison, Alvarez. Oh, Alvarez would be lovely. After selling Jota, Nunes, Elliott, Doak for 200 million. I like your thinking, Steve. I like your thinking. Bajcetic would even irate bear. Big up irate, man. Enough respect. Make sure you guys hit the like button as you come in, yeah? Make sure you guys hit the like button. Bajcetic would even be behind Ender, so no, I don't really rate Stefan. Yeah. You have to really show me anything now because they will. I mean, it was that goal he scored against Newcastle, I suppose. But this Ravi, Bajcetic isn't good enough. We need players that have won stuff to join us to keep the mentality high. I agree with that. 100% agree with that. Why do our stupid fans entertain the banter fan base? I don't know, but you know, sometimes at the day, things can be out of pocket. You know, your guy can be out of pocket. Rods, is it true this squad isn't getting younger, so we need to mix it up like your boy Chris Goldfinger? Yeah. Listen, we need to freshen up. We need at least 4 or 5 players to come in to give us that push. To give us that push, you know what I mean? To give that push. Diaz moves to Saudi next month. Bring me Kudus. I don't really rate Kudus, you know. Don't really rate him. To be fair. Looking fresh, Rods. Milano style. Big up. Bless up, one love. I was supposed to wear my white one, but I left it downstairs, so I just grabbed this out my wardrobe. But yeah, man, it's just like, listen, we need to make some good moves next week. That makes in the summer. I just Diaz Nunes off to Saudi next month. I don't think Diaz will go. I think Diaz is going to stay. I think Nunes will go, but they won't get rid of Diaz. Now I just think sort of like we need to sort of like pull something off next. Obviously next when the summer comes in. You know what I mean? Ravi says. Ravi said, "Look at City. They kept it fresh like Fabreeze when they were winning trophies, adding one or two every summer. That's what you got to do. I can't understand. I can't understand why these. I can't understand why they think it's on. Hold on 1 second, guys, because this bloody charger seems to stop working for some reason. Yeah, that's what you need to do. You need to keep it fresh. Okay, guys. Let's say it's only going to be a short show. You know what I mean? Just to talk about certain things. To be fair, I don't really want to talk about the game too much because it annoys me. It literally annoys me, man. In the way that they approach that game, like literally second to none in the first half, but in the second half you just capitulated. Now, personally, and I don't want to worry anybody, but I think that's a sign of things to come. Because you think about it, like he was an anomaly. Arnestad was an anomaly when he came in this season. Yeah, nobody knew what to expect. Nobody knew what he was going to do, but he went out and won the league. Yeah, I think in the day, sort of like next season, they know what to expect. Do you know what I mean? They know what to expect, and and they're going to look at certain games like your Nottingham Forest, like your Everton, and like obviously lately Chelsea and Arsenal. They're going to look and say that, yeah, man, we can get at this team. We can get at this team. You know what I mean? So I don't know what we win next season, if we do win anything next season, to be honest. I'm happy with what we got at the moment. Don't get me wrong. I'm happy. But, like, I just think in the day sort of like we're starting to see the real slot. You know what I mean? That's what it doesn't really look very good. You know what I mean? So, guys, if you're going to watch this on a replay... why does the club think this team can go full force just because we won the Prem? To maintain being a winners, you have to add quality. Yes, you do, Ravs. Ain't lying. You do. Ain't no lie. Why did Arsenal mainly attack Robbo's side? Yeah, they probably saw that. Well, that was a weak part, but then somebody should have helped him out. Ravi said, all I can say is we best not drop points to Bruce Lee's cousin. That's funny. Bruce Lee's cousin. Man. All right, guys. Yeah, as I said, it's only going to be a short one this evening. The short one to talk about certain things. I should be back about Wednesday. Probably do a show on Wednesday, so look out for that in socials. And listen, I'll be having ones with YouTube and telling them they're not notifying people. But in the meantime, thank you. Thank you for sort of like viewing, for the people that's in the chat, Ravi, Steve, Trudon, and Co. And so you can watch this on the replay. Hit the like button and the subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the notification button and all the good things. You know what I mean? So in the meantime, take care. Bye bye. Bless up. Bye bye now.